what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Killers of the Flower Moon. Now this is based on the 2017 book of the same name and it's directed by Martin Scorsese. Now this film is about a series of murders committed in Oklahoma with the Osage nation, this Indian tribe. There's a bunch of murders being committed with the members of the tribe being killed off and so on, because apparently oil was actually on this land that was discovered on the land. You even see that at the beginning of the film where the oil is shooting out the land, and the Osage tribe is all happy and excited about it because now they're rich, because of the oil and so on. But apparently these murders began to happen throughout the film with various different members of the Osage, and I didn't even know about this, the Indians, getting killed off and so on, in mysterious circumstances and so on. Because you can see when the film opens, you get to see some of them being killed, and the way they were being killed, you can tell that it was covered up. You can see somebody just blow their, shoot them right in the head, but then they said that that particular woman or person had killed themselves. They made she had killed herself, but she was actually killed by somebody. You can see that somebody actually shot her. So yeah, that's basically what the film is about, these series of murders. And it's a period piece set in the 1920s in Oklahoma. Now the film stars Leonardo DiCaprio, and he plays Ernest Burkhart. And you also have Lily Gladstone, who's his love interest in the film. She's known as Molly Burkhart. And she's also Native American, so she's part of the Osage Nation. And then you also have Rob De Niro, who plays William King Hill, and he's his Ernest's uncle. And they have a close relationship in the film, because in the film, Ernest, he just came back from I forget what it was, some guy, he was in the war or something like that, because he comes home and you can tell he doesn't really have any work or anything like that. He has to even steal and so on. I don't want to touch on it too much because we don't know I guess we didn't read the book, or you don't know about the history of the Osage, what happened with this event. You probably know, he'll kind of spoil it. But yeah, Ernest, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, he's actually stealing treasures and all that. Like I said, I can't even touch on it, just to make a living, but that's when he actually ends up with Molly, who of course is rich, got things from the oil and stuff that was discovered on her land. So she's rich and so on. She has this big house and all that kind of stuff. So I just leave it at that. Now there's other characters in the film too as well. You have Jesse Plemons, who shows up as Tom White, and he's I think a police detective or something like that, from a BOI agent who is investigating the murders. Now I must admit, he didn't show up until I guess, because the film is very long. God, it's real long. I even feel it was too long. You can even feel that, that how long this film is, because there are 3 hour, yeah, it's a 3-hour movie. There are 3-hour films that don't even feel they're that long. They were 3 hours, but this one definitely feels because it does have a lot of dragging moments, But he does show up to investigate the murders, and he doesn't really show up to about, I kind of want to say the third act, because I don't really think it was kind of I guess toward the end of the second act, because he is there a lot, but he shows up way the movie already halfway through, Then there's also other people who show up John Lithgow as a prosecutor, and you also have Brendan Fraser who shows up, and he's actually yeah, I just leave that he plays an attorney and so on. And there's other characters and so on that I want to touch on, but I just leave it at that because I'm not really too familiar with these various actors and actresses. And there's a lot of Indian type people, with Native American people in the film that the film is focused on. But the film overall, it was pretty good. It was enjoyable. Like I said, it was just real long. It feels like it was that long. But the film, I think the performances were pretty good. Leo as Ernest, and the lady Lily Gladstone as Molly Burkhart, Rob De Niro's as William King Hill, because they're the ones who really stand out in the film. The film really does focus on them a lot. I thought their performances were pretty good too as well. And there's other people, I said, I want to touch on the song, but it's obvious, and it becomes obvious who's actually putting out these murders, for these Native Americans to be the Osage people to be killed off and so on. It becomes obvious at one point. You can see who was doing it. And I was surprised, whoa, I can't believe that he's involved in it too and so on, because you wouldn't think, because he looked so, you wouldn't think that he was involved in it. I won't go into all that. But some of the murders they are graphic. I must admit, it's kind of hard to look at, because somebody finna get their brains blowed out in a minute. So I must admit, it's kind of scary, because I know these kind of movies do be like that. Somebody gets shot in the head just out the blue. It's kind of and that blood splatter and stuff. so I must admit it was like tense at times. But there are like a lot of moments in the film where it was kind of like dragging, you know, it was like it was just taking too long. Like it just kept it going, you know, like it could have ended, you know, but it just kept it like going and going and going. Cause they get to the point where they're trying to figure out who's committing the murders. Now they already have suspects and so on like that and everything. But I don't want to go into all that, like I said, I don't want to spoil the film. But overall, in the end, Killers of the Flower Moon, and I didn't even know about this particular incident. This is based like on a true story too. It turns out it was I thought it was a solid film. It was pretty good. I feel like I kind of want to give it a C, but I still think I really enjoyed it more than that. So I'm gonna give it a B minus. And like I said, it's like a very tense film. It feels like it really dragged. It does definitely feel like it's 3 hours long, even longer. It, like it took a long time, you know. But it was still pretty entertaining. Though. I still enjoy like the performances and so on and everything like that. So I'm giving this a B minus, and this is my review for Killers of the Flower Moon. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.